Oh, hi! Welcome to Sisters in Lit and Life, where we discuss the lit we read and life. I'm Layla.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Shannon.
I'm Rayn.
And this week we are discussing Elle Kayson's Demon's Dream.
Yes.
So we started this book like the week before last and decided it would be the book this week. Well, some of us started a week before last. So I think Shannon had already read it, but maybe Rayn. Who found this book?
I mean, everyone knew about it, but no one. I think Rayn was the one who said we reading this one.
Oh, I didn't say that, but I'm glad we read it, or at least can talk about it, because this book was top tier. This is the book to start off 2024. This is a good one.
So you know what? Why didn't I think of this? Let me text to see if somebody can pop on.
Okay, we'll pop on.
Let me see.
Let's go ahead and get this recap.
Why you
does that, right?
Gonna do a recap?
Yeah,
okay,
recap.
Right. Okay. Now I'm gonna try not to, because this book is 700. Hold on, let me show y'all a little thick. Little thick bitch. She thick.
She thick.
When they call her baby, thicker than grits.
2 days. How long it take to read it, everybody? 2 days.
2 days. 48 hours.
If that. I had to take breaks.
It took me longer than that because I had to take breaks.
I'm sorry.
2 days.
I'm sorry.
I was in that thing.
So she is watching.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. That's fine too. So let me tell y'all a little recap. I'm gonna try. I can't give y'all all the spoilers. I'm just trying to, because it is 700 and 1,000 pages. Officially, I think it's like 748 or something like that. 747 pages. So I can't go through everything, but I'm just give y'all the base, the bones of the book, right? Okay, so Dream, the book is Demon's Dream. So Dream got this dumbass brother, right? So he ran off. He ran off with the little thought girl. What's her name? Crystal. What's her name?
Crystal.
So the little roundaway girl, he I guess they was sneaking and geeking it off to the side. They ran off, got married, and got pregnant. So they go to the brother's daddy, Dream's daddy, and say, "Hey, look, I got old girl pregnant. We done got married. That's what's up." And the daddy is like, You about to get all our ass killed. What the fuck is wrong with you? And so they go to her daddy. Her daddy's name is Dante. So they go to Dante to strike a deal so that they don't all out this thing, because they say her daddy crazy. And so they go to Dante and they're like, "Hey, look, this is the situation. My dumbass son married your dumbass daughter. They weren't thinking about nobody but themselves. But we want to make this right." And so Dante said, "Okay, a daughter for a daughter. Your son got my daughter. I need your daughter." And the daughter is Dream. So they like, "Okay, you married." He said, "Nah, I'm finna get her to my crazy ass brother." So crazy ass brother, Demon, his name is Damien. But Demon come in, he sees Dream, get a little
She's coming.
twinkle in his eye or whatever. He's like, "All right, cool." So they strike a deal where Dream has to basically be property of Damon for 30 days. So he doesn't tell her when the 30 days is gonna start, but she go home. He get real crazy and start sitting outside her house. Low-key stalking. So I don't know. Hey girl. So I don't know. This dude sitting outside her house, see some other guy, Isaac, pull up. He like, "What the fuck going on?" Now mind you, don't even know this girl like that.
Mm-mm.
And he pull up at the lady's house, see the dude go in the house. He said, "No, you got me fucked up." He go knock on her door. He's like, "Baby, I told you had to give me 30 days.
You mine.
And in these 30 days, what you can't do is fuck another nigga." And she was like, fuck out of here, who you talking to? And he, even though he know that they call dating demon, he felt like he had a little ump in his chest. So he get to talking crazy. Then he said, what the fuck you think this is? And shut this dude up. Snatch his ass on up. So he get the, you know. He say,
wait, what did he do? What did he do?
He said, what he do?
How it go?
He yoked his ass on up. So he like, you know. And okay, my bad. I didn't really think it was like that, but okay, now I know he gone about his business. And so, you know, he tell Dream, I'm standing on business. You mine now for these 30 days. I'm not gonna tell you when these 30 days start. But what you can't do is have no dudes up in here. Don't touch no dude. Don't look at no dude. Don't speak to no dude. Don't breathe on no dude. And I mean what I say. So he gone on about his business. Then I don't know why she's stupid enough to not believe what this man say.
His name is Demon.
He kept trying his pimping. She kept trying his pimping.
It's in their family. It's in their family.
Baby, just stupid.
It's tried nigga. It's in their family.
Just stupid. And one day she done invited this same nigga that got choked up back over there. Now I don't know why his dumb ass came, because Demon told you don't bring your ass back over here. But he come back over there, and then you know some shit pop off because he's stupid, and he end up he can cut him off. So they going on about that day, they falling in love and all that. So a little side story, Dream has a sister named Di. She's involved. Her dad, their father, has also arranged a marriage for her. Mm-hmm. And so one day she find out, she pull up on her boyfriend as a surprise pop-up visit. He in there with 2 other women. It's a whole situation going on. She ain't know nothing about. Just they tripping. She go to her daddy crying like, oh, daddy, you know, I was feeling this dude, even though it was an arranged, you know, it was a little situation. But I can't do this. Daddy said, yes, the fuck you is. You gonna suck that the fuck up. This what you got to do. Because we got business. We got business. I don't know what you got to, you know, tell yourself, cry your spilt milk. I don't know. But come on, we finna marry this man. So she get, you know, a little sad about it. She go to a bar and she drinking and she meet this dude. And he like, you know, talking to her. She kind of start feeling him or whatever. His name Smoke. And his name Smoke. And so they you know, go back and forth. She ends up calling him on a little sneaky tip one night. They end up hooking up. I don't want to give y'all too much, but they end up hooking up. But both the sisters get a little stupid. Like they said, they're running the family. They keep playing with Smoke and Demon. They keep playing with them.
These most powerful men in the book.
Like that.
Dude. You didn't feel like what?
Like people tell me like, oh, Dream and Diana were annoying. I didn't like them. I love them,
but they play too much. They got scared too many times. When you look up and you know that, like kind of like on The Color Purple when she saw Sophie was trying to wrap her ass after she stopped. She said, "Ooh, you could feel that in them a couple of times." Like
I never felt that in Dream.
You know
Dream was stupid the whole time.
When her sister was having lunch,
when she was having badasses.
When her sister was having lunch, she had left that man's house and she was having lunch with the other guy after church. She was scared.
Well, I will say about that situation, she hadn't really seen Smoke get stupid.
Yeah, right.
She hadn't seen Smoke get stupid. But Dream kept seeing Demon.
We knew Demon.
No, she hadn't seen Smoke get stupid over her like that.
No, not over her, but enough in the game to know he doesn't play. He does not play, and his reputation preceded him. I feel like that with Dream, when she invited that little simp dude over.
Now she was stupid.
Now, baby, come on.
When she invited Isaac over?
Yes.
Yeah, Isaac.
When she invited him over to Netflix and chill for Netflix.
Well, he invited himself over. He called. She said, okay.
She should have said no pizza. No.
Why
pizza.
You answering the phone?
He are Demon's property.
Right, for them 30 days. I'm not messing with nobody named Demon.
I guess her
I
thing
think he had
was
already
the 30
killed the
days
man in
had
the
But he
club.
had pissed her off, y'all. He had,
He had already killed that man in the club because she gave him his number.
He went like this to a man's
You
neck because he said
crazy.
you want to share her.
Baby, leave that man
able
alone
to
for
find
30 days.
They came later.
Whatever.
I see that the first time I meet this man, he's covered in blood.
And the eyes green.
Now.
Sir, where do you want me? When do you need
Not
me?
just that.
How many hours?
Not just that.
That was
for
something.
her dad to even be like, oh hell no. And you know your daddy will sell you for a gold brick, for a piece of a gold brick. For your daddy to be like, no, anybody but him. Anybody else.
Anybody but him.
Anybody.
She didn't have enough fear in her heart. That's why her ass got kidnapped. Because, bitch, didn't I tell you that somebody was trying to get me home?
Yep.
Why the fuck do you keep
told
feeling
her.
like you can run around unsupervised?
Yeah,
Crystal
why you
is
shaking
right.
your tail? Why you
Oh my
shaking
God,
your
her
tail?
birthday? Was it her birthday? She gonna pop a little booty on the little man. Oh, you playing at the party?
But see, they learned. The men learned. They said, too many people keep
I didn't know when she was popping that booty. I think that was Diana's bachelorette party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because he was
For
he
her birthday, nobody would dance with her.
No one would dance with her.
But
Yes,
that's why. They was like,
no,
you
that
might
man,
not
she
know.
went over there and danced with him.
He said, hell no. He said,
she went to dance with Crest. And
was
like, Crest is, he like, I kind of like him. I wonder, it's so many characters I write. I wonder what could become of them, but I'm just too slow a writer. But I was like, oh, he could do something. But even he was like, he wasn't scared, but he was like, I'm not gonna put up with demons.
He should have been
right. He did. You're right. He said that.
Everybody was scared but Dream.
Yeah.
Why weren't you scared, man?
But I think ultimately she knew, like deep down, you know if a dude is feeling you, she knew, even though he talked crazy to her, she was softening him up. And I think she thought he might fuck somebody else up, but he's not going to.
Let me tell you something. The day she walked in that clinic and was about to kill that man, baby, the fact that you even thought about doing it and didn't think that man was gonna choke your ass out.
He said, this doctor's blood is on your hands. Ooh.
No, her blood's would, but I can only imagine if she had. I act like this a real person, but look, I can only imagine if she had aborted that baby and not told him, and then he found out later on. Oh my God, she'd have been in somebody's casket. They wouldn't have found her. He'd have treated her like he treated his mama. He'd have treated him like he treated his mama.
I don't know how that would have worked out.
Oh my God, that would have been so.
Because he would have been super mad, like you're saying, but.
Oh, I mean, he was on his way to kill her.
He loved her almost from the beginning, so he couldn't have treated her like that.
Oh, that's a lie.
I like how he kept trying to play hard.
That man. You can't tell me if that man, if you hadn't killed that man, baby, he wouldn't have, like something in him wouldn't have broke. His seed.
I think it would have. And he would have made him treat her differently.
Right.
I feel in my spirit.
I think the only thing that saved her was the fact that she was still pregnant.
If y'all can see how my son came and closed my door and told me to hush in my house.
Look, I know this your
tell him don't be acting like that.
But I feel like in my spirit, he would have had to slice her up. If you had wrote a book where it happened, he didn't slice her up. I know this came out your mind. But I'm telling you, if that had happened and he didn't immediately slice
her up.
I think it would have healed her up. I think it would have had
tears coming out. He wanted to find her and knock her up again and chain her to his bed. He might have done some shit like that. Stuff like that.
I could have seen that.
You good, girl. You good.
Absolutely not. Immediately no. You telling me this man burnt that other lady on, burnt them people up because of what they did to him. But he wasn't gonna burn. He wasn't gonna burn her up for killing his son.
His own baby.
He didn't love them. He didn't love them other girls though. Them other women though.
If some man would have broke, he already only had that much feeling.
I think that would have, but I think it would have been.
Why am I arguing with you like this ain't your character?
And look, I'm engaged with him, so you all right. I think it would have hurt him. I think it would have been a different feeling. Like, whereas when people did something like that, when people hurt him before or like did something to him before, it created anger. I think if she would have done that, it would have created hurt. So it might be a different reaction.
Like you didn't write him. I'm like, no, he wouldn't have did it.
Yeah.
Like I know him like this, not like that's my brother or something.
I feel like maybe what could
I
have
know him
happened
better
is
than you. He wouldn't have done that.
He would have been unhinged. Like he's already unhinged, right? So, but him finding out his kid is gone, he would have been so unhinged that he'd have been out here killing everybody.
Can you imagine?
Like everybody,
except
the whole
her
town.
though. That's the thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he would have
made her pay in other ways.
He would have said it's on you.
Yeah.
And everybody, and she would, that he knew that's the way to hurt her, because you remember she started counting how many bodies he had.
Yeah,
she didn't give a fuck, because if she cared, she wouldn't have kept getting these people killed.
She did.
You know what? I think it turned her ass on. I think like in the inside she was like,
he wouldn't admit it though. Diana admitted it.
Yeah, she did. She said his crazy is my thing.
Yes, but she
learned quick though.
But she was, because baby, you keeping count. What'd you keep count for?
Because she know what she
and why you keep putting these people in this messed up situation so they can get their life taken? You think it's funny?
I wouldn't talk to nobody. I would literally be like, I can't talk.
But see, I think besides Isaac, possibly, and we could argue about that. Who the other people he killed for her? She didn't put him in that situation. Like the guy at the club,
she gave that man his number. He had already killed 2 people.
She didn't think it was,
I thought the craziest.
Well, what did she say? The 30 days hadn't started.
Yeah,
the 30 days hadn't started.
And just giving somebody your number.
I feel like Diana, she was
he
just.
He don't even know what number she put in the phone. It might not even been hers.
He knew.
But the fact that you would even entertain somebody and you knew that man was right there. You weren't even trying to speak.
No, she didn't know he was there yet. In the club, he was walking.
See, that's what I'm saying. She didn't.
This was like
you slept that man, Dove.
Oh yeah, I wish you
that Dove body soap.
I was spoiling. The 2 guys he killed for not watching her, that wasn't her fault.
And the 2 bodyguards, that was crazy. I was like, oh, he just killed the 2 bodies. But what's crazy is she literally had like 0 reaction.
She's standing there with
situation. I didn't even like,
oh my. I think he was just like frozen.
Yeah.
Why'd you kill them?
Okay, wait. So let's get back. What? Okay, so we get Demon Dream. We got Diana. We got Smoke.
I got notes.
And then we have.
I can say, y'all tell me if I'm in the way, if y'all can't discuss how y'all.
No. Okay. What else happened? Okay, so then we get to the point where the daddy is a fucking ridiculous, crazy asshole. Right, so he's crazy. He don't give a shit about nobody but his business and his legacy that he's leaving behind.
Didn't start out like that. He still confuses me. But go ahead.
The daddy confuses you
because I wanted to write more about him, but at some point, like my publisher, my sister, everybody was like, "Girl, put this book out." Because the daddy really was a good daddy to them when they were younger. He really was a good husband to Lucia. But he just
he lost sight. He got
like the daddy.
Sheila.
Sheila.
What you like about the daddy?
Okay, I want to
like that he didn't respect his daughter.
Sheila used to appear with the headphones.
Shannon.
Oh, that's Shannon.
Oh no.
Shannon. Okay.
Somebody in the
comments
that they like.
Yeah, somebody.
So the thing was the daddy was meant to be initially, before I wrote all that stuff. The daddy was going to be redeemable. The daddy was an asshole, but redeemable. But when my sister and like my friends who test read for me read, they were like, "Oh no, he gotta die.
He gotta die."
So I had to make him increasingly worse. He had to die.
You did that.
Because by the end, I said, "This nigga better die immediately."
I wanted him to die whenever they were at the little dinner. And Smoke was in there, and Demon was in there, and I was like, "Hey, sir, you can get it. We letting you know right now.
Yeah,
mess with your daughters again." And it's like,
but what's crazy is like you have all these powerful men, right? You have these powerful men. You have Demon, you have Smoke, and then you have his dad. The dad doesn't even seem as powerful as
he doesn't. That's why he needs his daughters.
Like, why are you sitting here looking like you on the pedal? You are not even up there with them.
But he knew that. That's why he had to use his daughters to make these alliances.
Fake it till you make it.
Yep, and make these alliances with other people to pull him up.
Yeah.
This is the other thing I don't understand, because to me, it's all, when it comes to women, it's all, and y'all trust me, I don't just, I do cuss a lot. I won't front. It's all asshole behavior,
Oh, absolutely.
But people liked Dante, but hated Dream's dad. And Dante was willing to barter his daughter too. Oh, everybody.
Well, the
quiet.
daughter was already what?
Well, because Crystal, that was Crystal, right? Dante.
Oh, I didn't like his ass either. He sure did.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
it's because
that was
his
brother. That was his brother. No, I didn't like him. I did not like
I think
him.
people liked him because he loved Damien.
What does he do?
He was still problematic too.
Yes, Crystal. That's why they had the deal with Dream, because Crystal's
Crystal was
dad wanted her
already
to marry
gone,
somebody
baby.
else. No, but he didn't know that. They were sneaking. He wanted Crystal for somebody else.
They
He
were
wanted
all
Crystal
pawns.
for
All the
Smoke.
women
He
in this
wanted
book
to
were
make
pawns.
an alliance with Smoke.
That's
Yes,
right.
they were all pawns. Like every woman in this book is a chess piece. And they were all supposed to play a role, even the sons at some point. But the women, you're literally supposed to be here to marry this to create an alliance. You know, which Game of Thrones, I get it. It happens.
Yeah, it's definitely mafia book influence.
I get it. But at the same time, like if you're gonna make me marry this person, which I'm already said okay with. I said okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna need you not to make him out here being this crazy ass person who has a pet bunny. I'm gonna need you to do a background check. I'm gonna need you to make sure this alliance isn't going to harm me. Like, can we do due diligence?
He didn't care. The daddy, he didn't care. He wasn't worried about
that's why I didn't like
his background check was what kind of benefit it was gonna be to be.
Yeah.
I don't care.
He didn't give a shit. Because even after he found out, they just sat down and had lunch, and he was like, you still gonna marry him. But then Smoke so they go to the wedding, they get through the wedding, right? And Smoke show up at the wedding. Demon at the wedding, stand up. I said, oh, it's about I was
so hold on. But Smoke come up here and talk about come here.
No, let me tell you something. That was cool too. It was giving different world Whitley and Dwayne.
Yes.
But let me tell you the part of the book is when the people come, like they was finna go get, like, no, you can't go with Smoke.
Oh, and Demon stood up. This ain't what you want.
Yeah.
This ain't what you want.
I feel like honestly, I would have been if anybody in this book, I would have wanted to be with Demon because nobody fucking with me except for
Smoke.
Okay. I'm Team Demon all the way.
So, you can have that green-eyed man.
I'm so amazed by the Smoke love because I don't think we saw him enough for how in love people
you saw him just enough
to pick him over Damien.
You know, it take a certain kind of crazy to skin a nigga alive.
And he got
I don't want it.
I was telling my husband, so I told my husband, and I was like, so I was telling him about the scene. He was like, so, you know, the person who taught me to do this, you know, they say you're supposed to boil him first, but I really like to get you to where you starve for 4 days and then the skin pulls away so you can play. And my husband's like, what the fuck are you reading?
That takes a certain kind of crazy.
Because I'm here for all that. But in my real life, if my husband came to me and said, I'm an assassin and I flay people, and I have to be like, what?
You're gonna give him some head, ain't you, Whitney? Like,
my sword swallow immediately. But
sword swallower.
Just you know, do a little pop out, you know, maybe.
If y'all wonder why I write urban books, my life sometimes is an urban book. My daughter-in-law just came in and she was like, they're about to get in the shower. She was like, tell my son, tell him, I flashed my breast on the screen. He gonna give me $200.
What?
So of course I'm for her getting the money. So if he asks, y'all saw her titties.
Okay.
This is my life. This is my life.
He said he asked y'all something.
So y'all see why I know this person.
Man, and I'm gonna tell you, one of my favorite things about this book, for real, and it was Cam.
Oh, I love Cam.
I've read books.
Oh yeah.
Even with one of my favorite books is Before I Let Go. Is it Before I Let Go? Is it? Yeah. Before I Let Go.
Kennedy Ryan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That little girl in that book, yeah. I know she was supposed to be giving like the little comedic part or whatever, but that little girl had a smart ass mouth, Deja. I wasn't fooling her. This Cam in this book,
funny as hell.
Legit, that his little part in there, some of the stuff that they said, the banter between him and Damien, Like that was giving what these books that be having these little kids in here with these little badass kids. It really was giving what these books be trying to give.
When he flipped Demon off on the phone, when he was like,
that part when he told Demon
when he was just acting so sweet with her. And then
he told Demon, you right here hanging up in her face. I'm gonna get. What did he say to her?
Oh yeah,
he said, he's thinking of like you hanging up in her face. She calling me, checking up on me.
Right.
Just bad.
But then even at the end, Cam comes around and he's like, "You kill my mom to what's his name? What's the guy? Kenneth Keith." What was the guy? Keith. He's like, you killed my mom, and he popped him in the end. I said, "Oh, Cam came full circle."
I loved him. He gave that kid in some of that be in some of these books that be just having that little smart, and now I'd be like, get this little boy, these badass kids out of here. But I was literally laughing out loud. Even a little banter where he was asking him what kind of car he drove. And he was like, my car would be better than yours if it was named after me. And he was like, your car would be a minivan if it was named.
He was just giving his brother. It was cool to see a brother relationship in this crazy, this crazy situation. Because Melanie, like, he couldn't stand her ass. Like oh my god, like I feel like he could have burnt her.
It was like he hated her, but a part of him, because she was his mom, he loved her.
It was like a hairline.
Like the in between.
But
that much right
there. She hurt him so much, and that was like one of the things. One of the things that I wanted to do, like I said, if everyone wasn't pushing me to just like, okay, it's long as hell, put it out. But I didn't want her to die without them having a conversation, but it just worked out that way. And a lot of people told me like, or sometimes you don't have to have closure in that way, like she hurt him. She did a lot to him. So
I think I like that even though like at the end, even though we still hate her a character because of all the shit she did, we like that she gave him Cam. So it's like, even though we can't stand Melanie, like she's the crazy bitch, like she had sold her son, which is crazy, 13. But like we get Cam out of this, and he is like this bright, freshening, and he's bad as hell, and
I love that. Even when he was like
sweet bad, that's what we call him, sweet bad.
He's an artist, like
bad.
He's the demon that probably would have been had he not gone through all his shit. Because he's an artist, and he, he's the demon, the little demon.
And I imagine, like, I do want to write a book for Cam. When people ask, I do want to write a book for Cam. Please. Even if I imagine that there's going to be another side of Cam that comes out, because even though Melanie was clean for 5 years, that leaves like 7 or 8 years of his life that she wasn't.
Right.
So he has had some experiences too, and he's not all. Even though you get to see like the funny side of him in this book, that's not all.
Well, I feel like he still has some demons that he's dealing with too. Because for you just to roll up,
he jumps and go, and now you see David. You living with Damien, like you seeing this thing. You literally had to kill somebody.
Yeah. But your
girlfriend,
and he got the girl. Too. Yeah, it's fiance now.
Oh
man. This book, like me, I'm not so much of a super huge urban fiction kind of person. Like, I don't know what to read, and there's just so much. It's always so much drama. Great book.
It was
a great book. That means so much to me. Like, I just
don't you cry on this podcast.
Like, because it's just like there was people ask. Okay, so I started another project. While I was working, after this book was finished. A project, because I wanted to write a paranormal book. So I was given to one of the paranormal authors, and we were gonna write a series is not the word. I don't know what you would call it. Like each one of us would have a book in a storyline.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And so they were asking me things like, Elle, how do you at that point, I've had some assistance since then, but Elle, how did your book do so well? And you didn't have a newsletter. And Elle, how would you reach your readers if social media is shut down tomorrow? And Elle, you didn't have like an art group and stuff. And I don't recommend, like when people say, people have asked me, like, what was your writing process? How did you do this? And I'm like, I don't recommend it because I kind of I came into the industry backwards or whatever, even though I've been here for a few years, but I don't write I'm a slow writer, so I don't have a lot of books, even though I've been writing for like 7 years now. But I've learned a lot as I go. And like with this book, the point I'm trying to make is I'm so grateful to y'all, like, for this conversation and for the things you're saying, because there was no big marketing plan for Demon's Dream. The thing that blew this book up and continues to blow it up is word of mouth. That's it. And when people don't believe when I say that, but that's it. People talked about it in book groups, and gave it nicknames, like, a couple of groups called it 768 because that's what it was initially on Amazon, 768 pages. So they would say 768, and I would know that was my book, and it's been almost completely word of mouth, like since it's done better, and I've like hired an assistant who helps me like promote and things like that. I've got a better sense, but even then I'm still figuring out marketing and all that stuff. And it's just so, when I tell y'all I'm so grateful, because you don't have to do this. You don't have to take your time and sit up here on a Wednesday night and say, I'm going to discuss this book. And you don't have to be so glowing about it and recommend it to other people, or, say this is what our group is going to read. And so when I say I'm so grateful and people say you're so humble, no, it's not about being humble. It's just like, it's amazing to me. Like, people, like, one of the things that I can't get over is like a lot of times people tag me on Instagram or on Facebook and they put together like whole visual images of like the people in the books, the things they do in the book. Do you know how amazing that is? Somebody takes your work and just thinks, I love this so much, I'm going to show you how I think it's represented. It's so amazing. So
because you can see it
like this, when I tell you,
this is a movie in my mind. Like, can we get this?
So that's why it's so easy to talk about, because this book, I don't know if you've ever watched this before, but I don't be saying it. This book,
she don't grade on a curve. She does not grade on a
curve. This is it right here. This is going on my best of.
You done replaced a series on the show,
right?
Oh yeah, I moved. Y'all don't see my thing. I had to make room, baby. This is going on its own shelf by itself, legit on its own.
And you know what? One thing that we normally say, oh, that book 500 pages. Oh, that book 500.
Didn't feel like
it. Did not read that way.
No. And I think even what Rayn said, I could read a whole nother 700 pages.
A whole nother 700.
And even though, y'all, I am the world's worst on this. How many times do I say, oh, it had so many characters, I couldn't follow. I had arrows and y'all know I say that all the time. I didn't have arrows. Everybody has their own line. And I was like,
because even though there were a lot of characters, they all played a part that made sense. I feel like we get a lot of books.
And they all were connected. Yeah. It wasn't random Lulu that came out and like, what the why is she?
I'm good. Everybody like, this did not make sense. It was unnecessary. Everything in this book.
Everything was necessary.
Yes. Everybody, every driver, she got disconnected. Every driver, every person working a camera system, everything. And you know what? Even when she mentioned them, y'all shouldn't do like some of these people. Why they talking too much? Why we gotta know their name? Like it was everyone, that every character was in here served a purpose. And it wasn't this was not 700 pages with any fluff. This was not a Tyler Perry, you gotta go back and repeat. You done said that 8 times. This did not give, and I know you, and I know you're very educated, and I also know that in saying that, I think also with just knowing like the structure of the book, you don't have to go back and say something 500 times. You can say something and you let the readers know, I believe in you. I believe you can follow this story.
For me, like someone who like isn't really gravitate towards urban fiction, because a lot of it's just every other word is a cuss word. It's not really articulate. It's not very like the word structure, the sentence structure isn't very like
It's elementary.
Higher level. Yeah.
But I want you to give it another chance though, because I see. I know.
No, not yours.
No, she's saying not yours.
I don't mean. I'm just saying the genre, and I'm telling you, because it's my first book came out in December 2016. So in the 7 years I've been in the genre, I have run across plenty of stuff like that. But there are so many authors that I think would, and I understand, I get the critiques because there are, and I'm like, sometimes I'm just like, and because like Lonnie said, she knows me, so y'all know I'm a PhD. I have a PhD in American history. I was a professor, so it's serious to me when it's like full of errors and all that stuff too. So I feel y'all, but when I'm telling y'all, there's so many authors. And so many authors, like from various backgrounds, who are writing and who are doing well at it. I'm just saying beyond this book, because I think this book reached out to a lot more romance writers. I mean, romance readers, because of the kind of the mafia background and sort of the love story and the slow burn at the beginning. But I'm telling y'all, it's
what
not
was a slow burn.
It was to
the 30 days. Get into the 30 days.
My friend Trina will tell you.
This was
almost abandoned it like 500 times. I was like, oh my God, this is so boring.
No,
it's
ma'am.
Like it's so slow because I'm used to like
in the first chapter, the man pull up on his friend's baby dad.
Because I'm like, the book has to begin with a pop.
Yes.
You don't get me in the first 3 or 4 pages as a reader. If you don't get me in the first 3 or 4 pages, it's over.
That's Shannon.
And so when I started, I was like, oh no, I gotta go back and just. And but the thing was, some people told me that it feels disconnected because we start off with the story of him killing this guy, and then we go right into like what's going on and what's gonna get Dream in the situation.
We needed that to understand the green-eyed monster Dream was about to be attached to. We needed that.
But it pulled me, and I feel like what Rayn sold it for me, because I feel like
I can't start without a pop, because I know me. If you don't get me, and I hate that I'm like that, but if you don't get me in them first few pages,
I have to struggle through it. Yeah.
So, but I'm just saying, my point was just there's so many, like, I think y'all would love people like Siobhan Latrice, Antoinette Sherrill. Bianca Javiera, M. Monique. There's so many people writing these kinds of the same genre that I do. That they're not. It's not maybe what you've experienced before. How about I say that? Maybe not what you've experienced before. And I don't mean I hate. Oh my God!
Hate it too because we know
this is wonderful. Whatever. I hate to just name a few people because then it gets into like,
And we're not saying that it's a bad genre. It's the fact that I think that the genre doesn't get support. Let me say that urban fiction does not get the support that other genres do.
Absolutely,
because it's frowned upon, and because of that, we don't see the editing. We don't see any of that, and we see people saying, "You know what? This is my dream. I can figure out how to get this uploaded on Amazon. Let me do it." And so in that,
I get it, I promise.
It comes across a certain way. And it's really, it's really not fair, because the thing is, if there was more support, why does editing have to cost for a 400-page book $3,000? Why does that, you know what I'm saying? Why does this have to be something that's so
even a lot of the books that we've read, we're like, this was a great idea. This is a great, it just needed an editor.
It needed better execution. I promise you, I understand. I do.
Yeah.
I do. I felt that way too. But I think there's some, and I think it's growing, and I think there's a lot of people who have, a lot to offer. And I think, like, I had this interest in blending things, and even like I said, I felt like I cussed it. Like when I go back and look at it, but I will be honest, because of the genre I was writing, I went back a lot of times, and like my friend Misha Me, she's a urban fiction author, but she's like moving into other things, and I would go back a lot of times, and I would just like change the words or make something a cuss word instead of a word, because of course, as I get going, when I'm in a flow, again, with my background, my education, it's coming out really kind of formal sometimes. And I'd be like, let me go back and change this to this or whatever. And now I go back and I'm like, oh my God, you said this so much. You cussed so much. You did this so much. You know,
it had a great balance.
Everybody said what they were supposed to say, honey.
I don't know about nobody else's book.
Yeah, but this book right here, I feel like it had great balance.
No changes needed.
Not
a page needs to come out.
Except for maybe the only change could be that it's
the last 2 chapters before the epilogue. I had something else in mind. I'll say that. So, but it's typical of me that like I've never had a book like even before Demon's Dream. Like I had success on Amazon charts or whatever, but I've never had a book where I was super duper happy. And even with Demon's Dream, I'm so blessed and so grateful. And because it coincided with me getting sick, and God knows that book has paid some bills. All I see sometimes is what's wrong with it, Your own worst critic.
Because you're your own worst critic, right?
Yeah,
I say nothing. Just quit even looking at that. Find something else to look at.
Right.
Don't go back and
don't worry about that at all.
Thank you.
And you were talking about marketing. This book marketed itself.
It did.
Because the fact that you didn't really
because
market
it was
it has 7,000 Amazon. That's great.
That's how you know it was nothing wrong with it.
That's great. Because I don't have to market and don't have that.
But y'all know I've learned something like since writing this book. Like I'm somebody who's I'm a nerd. So for me to read a book, I read the synopsis, and if I like the synopsis, I read the book. I don't ever remember titles. I don't look at covers, but seeing all the debates over just like the cover, like people wouldn't read it because it looked like a club cover, a hood cover, or whatever. And so, in a way, like I was like, okay, that's your choice. But then there's the part of you like, God is still working on me. And I wanted to be like, oh, you being bougie, I want to read my book. If you knew my background, I'm just as bougie and educated.
Absolutely. That's the thing I was going to say. Wait a minute. And that's the one thing when I was reading, I was like, she don't even talk like this in real life.
Exactly.
They missing out. If they ain't read it because of a cover,
they missing out.
But that to me speaks to your talent because, like I said, not saying that, when you with your girls and you kiki and, that's one thing. But to be able to write these books and have, from a man's point of view, from a man who has had a very rough background. And I know that you had both of your parents, I know that, so to be able to
to immerse yourself in that character.
The area we come from. And I remember I had a friend who told me, like, we were, she laughed about it or whatever, but she told me, okay, sorry. My friend, the baby sleep, my granddaughter sleeps, so he's telling me I'm too loud.
I'm excited.
I'm gonna get out. I'm just gonna get out. But she was like, girl, you were the only one around us that had a daddy, like, so those kinds of things. Like, so I do come from the stories I write sometimes aren't reflective of my experience, but I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get off before I wake up my grandbaby. Okay. But I want y'all to know, and I'm serious about this, like even in my academic life as a history professor, in fields like history and English, the standard for getting tenure, making sure your job is secure, is to write a book. And so my book was about Black women here, where like Leila and I are from, or, in the poultry processing industry. And then these fiction books I write about Black women. So my dedication in my writing, and I will always say, like, I've been awarded for my writing since I was in 7th grade. So one thing that I'm pretty secure about is, in a sense, my writing. But the reason I'm so slow is also because I'm a perfectionist and I worry about my writing. But I will say, I'm trying to, if you guys have questions about that, yes, I'm trying to come out with new things, but my writing is always going to be about and primarily for Black women. And I'm okay with that. And I'm happy with that. Mm-hmm. It's going to center Black women and, if other people want to read it or whatever, that's cool. I'm happy. But given that my audience I know is primarily Black women, I'm okay with that too. Because Black women have the things that we know how we support each other. We know the experiences we have, but just like with this book, the way that Black women have responded and shared and loved it and have done so beautifully by my book and by me, I'm so grateful. And so I'm just like, I'm just gonna always, as an author, be about my sister. And like I'm telling y'all, like before I go, like things like this, like you, like again, y'all have a million things I'm sure y'all could be doing, you know, like, or, but the fact that you take your time to get on here and talk about the book and listen to me ramble or whatever, I am eternally and truly grateful and thankful, and I'm so glad I had the chance to talk with y'all.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna come on because like my assistant like shared the link, and I was like, oh no, because I can go back sometimes and read reviews and they're already done, or when I look at like TikTok videos, they're so brief, so you already know what people think. But to come on a video like this, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Y'all could be on here saying, "Girl, that book."
Girl, I was gonna have you. I wasn't gonna do you like that.
Hate it or whatever. Well, see, Lonnie, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was you. So when I saw you, when I got on at first, and she was saying, they mentioned they know you're watching. I was like, oh, that's because I know Leilani, because you said something about like she's here or whatever, and I was like, I know her. So I'm appreciative. Thank you.
We appreciate you for
Thank you for taking
Look, I thank you for going on the live that one day. I think it was me and Darlene. And the reason why I put a bug in her ear is because she was over here talking about I don't have the means to do the audio book, and we was like this and like that. And you know, I'm for my friends. And so Leilani is over there trying to get into where she's trying to get into. And I was like, you know, Elle Kayson looking for somebody. So I mean for you. She was like, I know her. And I was like, y'all need to get together.
It's so long. So getting it done. And then the other piece too, being honest, just about the business end. Hey. I'm still, that book was still put out under a publisher. So if we do something like Audible is the easy way to go, because Audible is connected to Amazon. You could say you want to do your book on Audible and you pick your authors or whatever, but Audible wants like 60 or 70% of your profits. Oof. And then what's left, you have to split with the publisher. And it just doesn't make sense for me right now. You know, like I am looking, you know, like I love Leilani's voice. I don't know how, and it's so many things I don't know. I have to learn. Like, sometimes I've listened to a couple audiobooks where one person does like all the voices, you know, deepens, lightens their voices or whatever. But then people are just like, I think people would be so critical about like they want this person and they want that person. And I'm like, nobody's helping pay for all this, you know. Yeah. But you know,
and
like
they ain't.
They showing.
And they ain't. So you got to do whatever is feasible for you
and all that. But it's just me figuring out. Because now that you know, going towards indie, me figuring out. Okay, come on, I'm on the phone. Me figuring out like all the. Yo, look, he wants to see.
Okay.
Say hello right quick.
Hey. Hi.
Okay. Me figuring out all those pieces or whatever, you know. So that's the only thing. I'm serious about audio because, first of all, because I think it opens a larger audience because people see like 750 pages and they're like, I'm not reading that, and I don't blame them. I tell people all the time, I'm a novella girl. I don't like long books. I don't know how
the 800-page book with you
know, and right. But you know, also because of like the disorder I have, like the medicine I take has affected my eyes. So I think about like people who are visually impaired and all those kinds of things. So when I say that I want to get it on audio, I'm serious about that.
Well, I'm gonna listen to it. So I'm patiently waiting.
I hope I get to do it. I do. We're working on it. When I say we're working on it, I'm not lying. We are.
I'm so excited.
But I'm going to get off because you see, as y'all can see.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
And thank y'all for discussing the book.
Absolutely.
Okay. Talk to y'all later.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. That was amazing.
That was
amazing.
So great.
High five. Good job.
Moral of the
Layla.
story. Read the goddamn book.
Read it because we didn't even touch on like 80% of the book.
We didn't even pinch it. Okay.
Because we didn't even talk about all the fucking.
No. Now that's what we should have been talking about. Let me send her a text message.
That wasn't even. You know what? But that is so funny.
Tell her to come back in the comments.
It is some good scenes in there, but the book itself, like they could have pulled that out and it still would have been bomb.
I needed it. I needed it because it's me.
Nah,
but
this book still would have been 5 stars even without that.
The only person I'm so glad she made sure to have the scenes with was Smoke. I was like, I needed all of his scenes.
I needed every sexual encounter except with Bunny.
Except with who?
They ain't really had no
She just walked in on him.
Yeah. So
but
cool.
I feel like
somebody said, are y'all on Team Demon or Team Smoke? Team Smoke.
Damien.
Damien. I need that personality.
I'm close enough to him to call him Damien. I mean Damien. Yeah,
I'm still calling him Damien.
I'm calling him Damien. I'm close enough to him to call him Damien. Y'all call him Damien if y'all want to, because y'all just friends.
Cartier, baby. Well, Cartier. But we're Team Cartier.
Cartier.
It's just I feel like
too crazy for me though. I can't fuck with him. He could be best. Oh, I love how the sister and she called him Bestie, and he made her call him Bestie.
He sure did. Yes. They was linked up at the end.
He was like, "Hey, Bestie." When I tell you, it was so many.
It was such a good book.
It was so many.
Even them going, even when he took her to the lake and he had to show her how to go fishing and stuff. I was like,
and she fell in and got her waders full. But what's so funny is that scene, and like I said, just knowing her and where we're from, that's something that they do. People go fishing, and I could see her. I don't know. I ain't gonna say I done seen her. I could see her in a lake, but I could see her. I think her mom likes to fish. And so whenever she had that in, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I thought about her mom. But yeah, I thought that was sweet. I think it was cute how he showed her, but then he put the little worm on the hook for her. And then
I feel like even when he was being romantic, he was still Demon. He was like, now bitch, you done came out here to fuck up my vibe.
Then he was like, you get on my nerves. It's my me time. Yes, you can go in the house. It's like even when this is my time. So.
He was still like very strong-handed. Like it was like, now go on with all that bullshit. But
I thought Smoke was too. I think those are two characters. They both had those similar characteristics.
Yeah, they were very, very strong, dominant personalities.
Yes.
Who had mixed reviews? Yeah. What was mixed reviews?
Is she talking about us, the Demon and Smoke?
Team Demon and Smoke.
I mean, he cool. Don't get me
wrong.
Yeah,
cool. I like him, but
I'm talking about Smoke. Smoke could be my man.
I can have both. Demon could be. Can you imagine a world if they was both your man? And I had like a Demon and a Smoke, and it's just me. Oh my god, no, that's what I would die. I need both. I need one of each.
I could do it.
Somebody said, although I could go for someone who could slice her throat when needed. I know that's right. She said Smoke was softer than that. No, Smoke was not softer. Damien was taking forever punching that man. He was just like, let's get this shit over with. Let's go ahead.
He don't got no time to play. He said he got kids.
People.
He was flaying.
We don't got that time. We don't got that time.
He was literally carving, like slicing people's face. He was slicing the man's face off.
He dehydrated him for 4 days and starved him.
His
so
name.
he
said that's what he wanted to do. He didn't do that, did he?
I thought he did that. I thought he did it because he didn't boil him. He said the guy said, "Oh, you should boil him." But what I did was I starved him. He starved him for like 3 to 4 days, and then he went in because he was gonna do it longer, but he couldn't hold out anymore because he was ready to fuck that nigga up over his woman.
Do you know what
like
I'm saying?
I want to touch him or die. Touch me or die. Do I want that? I don't know if I want that.
Girl, wait a minute. That part when they went and got died from the crazy people, and she looked back and she told her brother, kill that bitch.
Kill that bitch. Kill that bitch.
That bitch.
But her brother a bitch too, though. Because why did you?
Oh yeah, he's stupid.
Let's not talk about him.
I don't even remember
Let's not talk about him.
What was his name?
I don't know.
Let's not talk about him. Let's not talk about him.
Dumb ass.
Granddad was cool.
It's your fault.
The daddy and the brothers, I couldn't stand that.
The brother was such, he got on my damn nerves. And then you want to buck up and something. Sit down somewhere. Don't even poke your chest out. Don't get no wind in your jaw. Just sit down. I tell you what, you let somebody pull a seat out for you, and you get in it and glue your tail to it. That's all you need to do.
I think what it was Smoke. I think Smoke just had more patience than Damien, because they still would have been like yoked up on their patience. But I think Smoke was a little more patient. Because Demon, I feel like Demon couldn't. You say some Demon snapping your neck. Smoke would have been like, okay.
It was cool. He didn't raise his voice.
He was like more calm. He was way more Demon.
And you know what? That crazy shit is sex. In the book, not in real life. Not in real life.
Granddaddy was D'Angelo. It was
Granddaddy was standing on reputation. That's what Granddaddy was standing on. But girl, when they pulled up to that man's house and his thing sunk down, like the grass or whatever, the driveway.
Lucia, and he had all the classic cars in the grass. I said, this is like the Bat Cave. I said, this bitch, Bruce Wayne.
Not the Bat Cave.
Where I been living out
We in Gotham. Y'all.
I live in the hood, baby. My driveway don't.
I said, where the fuck are all the billionaire gangsters by me?
Okay.
because what happened was,
Granddaddy was not playing, and they wasn't playing with Granddaddy.
I feel like I would risk it. See, I don't know. I couldn't do it now. I feel like now, because I'm married, and we love you. But in my younger days, I feel like I could have lived this life.
Oh no, ma'am.
I feel like I could have done it.
No, ma'am. This is only for the books for me.
I think I could have done it.
But this is too much.
I'm not about that life.
Oh no.
Too much. Yeah. I told Shannon about my thug experiences. That was where, and that was
she
too
was
far.
scared. She was scared. She was like, oh no.
The first time I'm somewhere and somebody jerked me. What the fuck?
I didn't nobody even touch me.
Who said no? Sheila, you said no, I could not have. Maybe not. I feel like in my mind, I think I read too much because I really feel like I could. Not now.
Girl.
First of all, Whitney. Whitney with the shit anyway. She know goddamn well.
But y'all know what? When I read Eric Jerome Dickens' Gideon, I wanted to be an assassin. So you know what? When a book is written well,
I don't know if I could take the life. I was like, I might be okay with the life being taken.
I was like, fuck college, I can be an assassin. Like, what am I going to
be in the group chat. We could be in the group chat like we the ghetto urban thesaurus, but she could have been. She could have been in the
point 38. I'm 38 hot.
I said, what's 38 hot, y'all? Tell me.
Whitney, get your way somewhere. Sit down.
But that right there would let me know. Like he'd be like, oh, I'm gonna take this young innocent girl and I'm gonna show her where it is. I am Dream.
Whitney gonna be proud of playing. She gonna be proud of playing.
You are not Dream. Whitney, you are not cleaning the money. You are not fucking cleaning
the money. I can clean the money.
You might be maybe, but I don't think you're cleaning the money.
Whitney gonna be the one. It's gonna be a whole brick of drugs. What's this? She all in there. Y'all got drugs in here?
I don't play with drugs. I can do weapons dealers.
Police right at the door. Why the police here? Y'all gotta put them drugs up.
Hey, don't we put everything in
the basement. Whitney opened the door wide open. Drugs? There's no drugs here. I want that on the table.
They would never suspect me. They would never suspect
me. It'll be drugs everywhere. Look, it'll be drugs everywhere. The police come ring the doorbell. Whitney talking about, come on in.
We don't got nothing to hide.
Would I open the door for you if we had something to hide?
Oh, I didn't know nothing about that. My boyfriend never told me.
Ooh, now see Crystal.
You just saw him down the river.
I didn't see a man covered in blood one time, and I didn't freak out. Just saying.
What you say?
When you see a man covered up in blood and with
Back in the day, man, I used to be in California.
Look, all the books that she done read and fucked up her brain. She don't know what's real and what's fake.
And then she changed the channel. She was watching
right.
and
she flipped the page.
Oh my God, I can't breathe.
I'm gonna let y'all believe that too. I'm gonna let y'all believe whatever you want. Just, you know what? My husband could be an arms dealer for all you know.
Girl,
we know
coming from the main street.
You want
to know the mean streets of California.
Because you
the mean streets of LA.
Look, he know the main person he can't tell is Whitney ass.
I know my husband ever said, he said, we wouldn't lie to you. I'm not gonna tell you we won.
Whitney ass had the shit wrote down in that notebook. She keep that time-stamped notebook.
Yep, I sure would. I'd be like, I got all the notes.
Here you go.
All the evidence.
All the evidence. You're not gonna turn on me.
We bought 5 kilos last week from the Don.
Miss Sheila said you ain't gonna find his ass in North Carolina.
We need to be like the man.
Not in Charlotte.
You know what though? The Florida line to New York is right here through North Carolina.
And we need to write that down. That's our getaway route. You can get
right, the whole getaway plan.
When I pull up with a private jet in 2 years, y'all gonna be like, what the fuck?
Exactly. We're gonna be like, what the fuck?
And I'm gonna know, do not get on the fucking plane.
Do not get on the plane.
Do not at all. Let's say for real. The person you're with, right? Your mom, your dad, your spouse, wherever you're with, your person you love the most in the world, right? You find out they're into crazy stuff, and you got to be there while they slice throat, right? Because I'm reacting to Sheila talking about how I couldn't see somebody get their slice. I watched so much First 48. I feel like I wouldn't even flip.
Girl, not First 48.
I watched so many documentaries. It wouldn't even. I would be like, why? I would be like, why did it happen to them?
Lose my number.
Hey, leave the group chat. Leave the group chat.
Immediately.
Podcast over shit.
Baby, you do not know this.
Excommunicado.
I'm gonna be the one that called in there. Tell me, do you know this person? Who?
Look, I'm a Kiki Palmer. I'm a Kiki Palmer your ass. I do not know this man.
I know this man.
I'm be like her name Rayn.
That ain't even my government. That's how you know.
I'm so done with all y'all. Y'all love me, you know it.
They gonna be like, "Ooh, you know they like."
We do love you.
Do not know her.
We do love you.
And that's how she
can live this life.
I couldn't handle that life. I couldn't. I know I couldn't. But every book I read, I can. I definitely can.
That's why it's fiction, sweetheart.
I can't do it, baby. I'm gonna let you know right now. I can't do it.
Listen,
I told Shannon about my run-in. My run-in with the hood life. Oh Lord, let me out, Jesus.
Baby, I'm from Memphis.
I stayed in the hood life. I'm good with the suburbs now.
Baby, I'm from Memphis, so I know what it is, and I know what I ain't finna do.
No,
I know that's right.
That is not my life. Listen, the hood life ain't what you want. You can keep it.
But see, we're thinking small hood life. I want upper management hood life. I want
not upper management.
You got hierarchy. You got a hierarchy, and I want. It's not even
that's HR in the hood. That's HR in the hood. Okay.
I don't know the streets because Demon and them, they wasn't
right. Listen, Miss Sheila, right? Listen, we're done.
No. Hold on. Did she say they wasn't in the streets? No more, Whitney. They were they came from real bad living in the hood, but they still do some hood
not in
stuff.
The streets no more. I don't want to.
To stay in upper management, they were slicing throats. Okay,
so
upper management is not for you.
I feel like I'd be more okay with that than the day-to-day drug.
You know what job Whitney want? Whitney want to be the man that on what is it, Keanu Reeves, when they check in the hotel and they got to pay him the little gold medallion. That's the job Whitney would want.
What they call the gatekeeper?
I don't want that either. They shot that place up.
Either.
You crazy?
Because he died. He died in John Wick 4. He died.
He showed
I don't
it.
want it.
Shot that whole place.
I don't want it.
Shot that whole hotel.
Look,
I don't need my life.
I don't need. We read.
I don't need
was
extra stuff to happen in life for me to lose it. Okay, eventually,
we don't want
our
it.
life
We do
has
not
an
want it.
expiration date. We don't want no hood life.
I mean, I don't want it. I'm just saying.
You could
In my younger days, I could have handled it.
I understand what you're saying, Whitney. We just letting you know that you only.
You was gonna be sore swallowed in the hood with,
huh?
You was gonna be sore swallowed in the hood.
That's what Damien needed me to do. That's what I'm gonna do.
Look out of you, baby.
You wasn't gonna meet no Damien.
I'm not
gonna be with an Isaac. You was gonna be with an Isaac or a Jordan.
Isaac cousin, like you, baby, because it take a lot to get to where they were. If you let's literally think about hierarchies for real. For them to be where they are, because Dream's daddy is trying to, like we said, he wasn't even as high up as they are. Yeah, and he's trying to make connections just to stay okay, and they were pretty well off. So to be anything under that.
Which is very weird because was it his mom and dad? That was her mother's dad, right? The granddaddy was her mother's dad.
Yeah, it was her mom. Yeah, Luciana. That was her mom. That was her mom's dad. He married in. Yeah. He probably wasn't even nobody until he married into that family.
And her dad probably felt the same way, but he loved his daughter. He probably did not use his daughter as a pawn.
No,
he let her live with this fool because whenever he realized like he had choked or slapped, did he choke? He choked Dream.
He choked her. We never really even touched base with that.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it came up. It came up at the dinner whenever they threatened because her mama was like, "You did what?"
But the granddad never really. The granddad was the one who was like real.
He didn't have to because he was smiling at. He was smiling at Smoke, and then he was like, "Oh, they got that. Let's enjoy dinner." He looking at his dumb grandson over there. This fool here, he eating that man eating his lobster and steak.
Ooh. I just like, okay, you could pick one day, just one day, okay? One day to live in the lifestyle that they was living in.
No.
Okay? I'm gonna do it.
Like live at the house? Huh? I don't want the lifestyle. You mean like
the bank account?
Live in the house?
Like
in
just
the house.
Just to live like
how they gotta get it?
Like let's make this one of these MTV competitions or like 30 days of a drug deal of an arms dealer's wife.
No, because
I'm going to go to the
your ass might
competition.
get the raid coming on day 29, and your ass gonna deal with that. So I can't risk it. I like freedom. I like being able to get on social media.
See, okay, and this is what made me mad about, not to jump back, but about Nas, because Nas, he was supposed to be kind of like them, where he had the police in his pocket. He had judges in his pocket. He had all this power and all this. He didn't give an ounce of the authority that Demon and
are not. First of all, they shouldn't even be in the same conversation.
They not. But I'm just saying, like that's what it was supposed to. That in my mind was what his power.
All he had. We're gonna put him, like we said, like Ghost and Power. He got one club, and he got to go to all these financiers to get another club. He got to go see the man that might ask you to get you a little money. For y'all know that man on Ghost. You know what he lied.
Oh, he did. I remember that. Look, he did it. Cat said you got to tell him no. He said did he want to? What happened? Y'all laughing at me?
No, you ain't put that man on wax like this. We are recorded. We are recorded. You know the people was out there, they watching. They looking. They watching. They looking. They watching.
Liddy's watching this right now.
Well, I'm just saying, Cat said that. Cat said you got to tell him no.
I love y'all so much.
I didn't say it. That's what Cat said.
That was Cat. Yeah, Cat Williams did say that. I believe everything he said. I don't care how many celebrities that came out and talk about he done told a little bit of facts. No, ain't nobody came out and said he was lying.
Not one person.
Not one lie did they man tell.
Not one lie. And even Kevin Hart had to say, "Oh, I'm happy that they going out on tour together." Talking about he done went and got your wife, and they about to tell the kiki, the hee and the ha ha jokes on your ass, and you be like, "I'm happy for him." You can't say that he was lying about nothing.
Oh,
Close your mouth.
He been on tour. He said he was finna drop a Netflix.
He finna go on tour with Tori Hart, though. He finna go on tour with Tori Hart.
She's not funny.
Oh, with his ex-wife?
Yes.
She's not funny though.
You know, she wrote most of his jokes. She said she was the writer.
You can write a joke, but you got to be able to deliver it too.
Because she's delivery.
You know what? I saw her. Wasn't she on like the Ex-Wives of Hollywood with Usher's wife? I did not.
I'm just scrolling and he'd pop up. Get off my phone.
They hear you.
He's not funny though. So for you to say I wrote his joke, Kevin is at least slightly funny to me. You know what I'm saying? She's not funny at all. So for you to say I wrote
her
his
personality, and I don't know if she just did it for that reality show. I did not like. I didn't like how she treated Usher's ex-wife. The girl had lost a, she had a baby that passed away and all of this stuff. And like she said some ugly stuff. And I was like, oh my God.
I didn't watch the show, so I don't know. But her stand-up is not.
I was disappointed at how the behavior, or at least they edited it and it showed that this is the way she behaves. So I ain't gonna say I ain't met her, so I don't know if that's how she acts. I don't like.
You ain't give it to them, they can't edit.
How she was portrayed. I'm gonna say that.
Right.
If you ain't give it to them,
we come up with the next book?
Absolutely not.
No, how can we? How can we?
How do we even go? Where do we even go at this point? I feel like we need a psychological.
I'm not picking the next book because I'm not going after this one. How about that?
Why?
And I feel like I should be.
Why we can't? Oh, I'll wait too.
I feel like I shouldn't have that pressure of going next.
I don't even know. Y'all, we can read an alien smut.
What is that? I just read that. I think. What's the name of that book?
Keep you to myself.
Keep you to myself.
I just read that. I feel like I just read that.
Did you?
I feel like I did. It look familiar. Let's see.
I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to come up with something else.
Yeah, come up with something. Maybe some. You know what? I think we should not read urban fiction because nothing. No. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be hard after this one
to follow up.
Yeah. We need either a psychological thriller or we need some kind of
Yep, I just read that book. Keep you to myself. I just read it.
Was it good?
Was it good?
Okay, never mind.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we should read a psychological thriller.
I gave it 4 not the last one.
I gave it 4 stars, but y'all know better than me.
We do
4 stars though. And I think that book has a sequel finna come out. Somebody said. Now I don't need no sequel.
It came out already.
It just came out. I didn't need no sequel to the book. I did give it 4 stars though, but I didn't need no sequel because one of the books where I'm cool with how it ended. Don't fuck it up.
Y'all know what I'm reading,
and
it has me feeling indifferent. Okay, so I've been watching. Me and my husband been binge watching The Family Business, right? And so it left off on a part where I wasn't too comfortable with how it left off. And I was like, I know you. Okay. And I was like, I know you fucking lying. So I was like, let me go read the book and see if this happened in the book, right? I'm reading the prequel to it all. So I guess evidently they had to go back and write the beginning story of how Chippy met Elsie. And why they take it?
I don't even know.
But this is new. This is new. They put you know how they do Lion King 1 and then they come out with 1.5. So they did a prequel. And why are they telling me that Chippy was a whole prostitute? I was like,
who is she?
Oh,
I don't know.
Chippy is Elsie's wife.
Woman, right? That's the wife.
Like I said, I read that book probably 10 years ago, so I can't.
Did you watch the show?
And I don't watch the show. I watch it every now and then when I'm in the nail shop because the girl they do my nails watch it. So every now and then I might catch an episode or two, but
on Tubi.
I don't watch it.
I remember you said you should be watching it on Tubi.
Yeah, but the show, the couple episodes I've seen is good.
No, girl, Carl Weber,
Carl
the
Weber,
family
but
business.
he has another some kind of business because I
But
just
He has a whole
the
lot.
books are old.
Yeah, the books are old.
But they were
I
good.
The
I
books are
remember
real
reading them. The
million
books
the
were
other day.
good.
Let me see.
You said you got what?
I got something of his from Books a Million the other day called
A new book is he still writing?
The Black Hamptons.
Yeah, he's
Is
still
that
writing.
his?
Yeah, that's the newer. Well, that I don't think that's new, but they just created a
It's a BET
series.
series?
Yes, it's a BET series.
Okay, because I
It's
haven't seen
linked
this.
off of the family business, and I didn't know
Okay.
that until I watched the family business. But now I'm reading the books
The books are
Okay.
good.
because the books are real good. The books are good.
Well, this is on sale right now at Books a Million for $6.95.
Is that hardcover or paperback? No.
What is that?
No, ma'am.
We talking about that.
I don't
That's
like
what we
hardcover.
finna read for the podcast.
No, that's not. Nope.
No, ma'am.
Shannon, you're gonna find us a psychological thriller?
Sure.
Well, what's the one? What's the one we're supposed to? What's 12? You said 1201 by Bella J was a mystery.
We can read The Landlord.
That's not no mystery. It can't be a mystery.
Shannon said it was a mystery.
That's a pretty
It's a
book.
mystery. 1201
Oh,
is not a
who
mystery.
said it was a? Who you putting my name on it?
I feel like you said it. We were talking about in the chat, and someone
Shannon
said
did not say nothing about no damn mystery.
Somebody said it
1201
sounded like one, and I told you it wasn't.
I said it wasn't,
No.
but then I put it. You put yes, it is.
No, I think she was responding to something else.
Something else. Okay, maybe it was something else.
Because it's not a mystery. I ain't even read.
It's not.
But
It
I don't-
is
it's
an
not no mystery.
urban women's fiction, and it's about somebody getting their lick back.
Okay. We need a different genre.
I'll come up with it. So
okay.
Yeah, spin the wheel. You said spin the wheel.
No,
ain't no spin.
I was like, we done with the wheel.
We're not going.
Oh, somebody said
we're not going back. I love this.
The wheel is no more.
Yeah, no more. So stay tuned. Yeah, girl. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Storm, y'all keep the Eric LaSalle book over there to yourselves because I will not bring myself through the torment.
What are we about? What are
Eric
we just
LaSalle
talking about? Product of the Streets.
Eric LaSalle got 2 or 3 books. You said what now?
Eric LaSalle.
Yes, he got 2 or 3 books.
Who was Eric
Anything
LaSalle?
by Octavia
That's the
Grant.
ain't he an actor?
Is the actor?
Yes, he was in ER. Yes.
I don't
He
read no book by
Soul
Eric
Glow.
LaSalle. Yeah, I don't read no book by
Soul
him.
Glow. Jerry Curl Juice. Eric LaSalle.
Let me know if y'all want to read an alien book.
I'm by Whitney.
She's trying to get us to read some alien slut.
Next episode, we will be back. We will post what book we're going to read, but we're always here 8:30 Wednesday nights. Y'all stay tuned. Thank you guys for joining us, and we hope you guys have a good rest of y'all night. Thank y'all.
Have a great week.